You know, as an emotion in Enchanted's head, it's kind of boring just to be watching him look at a screen for 10 hours, making scripts, writing them out, and editing videos for basically like the entirety of a day. But, you know, it's kind of fun at sometimes because all these other guys just kind of get to relax and I get to take control for a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice. There's nothing to really be angry about or sad about or fearful about, except for maybe the fact that these YouTube videos could just flop and then we just don't make anything out of them. Yeah, but like, let's not bring that up. Here, just to cheer up, why don't we watch one of his favorite memories of when he got like 169,000 views off of that chameleon video? Perfect, that's just what I need. All right, everybody, I found it. I hope there's no like germs on this because that would be disgusting. Anyways, let's watch it, I guess.
Yeah,
let's
sure.
go. Triple dent gun.
No! What are you talking about? This again?
As the hype of Inside Out 2 starts to go up, I believe that it's time I dip my toes again in the land of Disney, which as of recently has been nothing but videos with the word woke slammed on every single title, or a quote that has a famous person saying a quote they probably didn't say exactly. But getting to the point, I recently rewatched Inside Out, and man, what a movie. A movie that doesn't sugarcoat the struggles life throws at you a lot, and it actually made me a bit more interested in the sequel, as I could be onto something great. Now, I watched the trailer of Inside Out 2, and I gotta say, I was not really impressed with it, but hey, can't judge a book by its cover. But anyways, on to the first movie. We shall go, as you should be on your way to subscribe, like, and comment, as I can sneak this into every single intro for my videos, but nonetheless, Inside Out was a very big movie back when it came out, and I gotta say, I was at the age where I didn't really understand the movie and thought it wasn't as good as something like Toy Story or Ratatouille or Cars 2. Please don't scold me! I think that Inside Out is a movie that even years and years later into my life, I believe that the movie will still feel new, and I'll understand it more and more as I understand more of life, and I think that's why it is a beautiful movie. What I wanted to talk about in this video is how well the introduction of all the emotions are, and that it may be one of the best ways to introduce 8 important characters in around 5 minutes, giving them enough so you understand that. So let's break it apart. For the very first scene, where it's pitch black, and all of a sudden, Riley as a baby appears, and we are met with joy as she gets to understand the world both Riley and Joy are now in, as they share their first happy memory together watching Riley's parents give her the name. Now, what do these genius writers do? They put a baby on screen and a sweet moment of happiness between 4 characters, just trying to help understand what is happening and what we are being introduced to. Until Riley starts crying, revealing that this isn't Joy's work, but Sadness's, as she takes control of the console. But interesting enough is how this quick scene introduces the main conflict of Joy not accepting Sadness, making Riley feel sad, and tries to take control even though Sadness still tries to use it. I just want to say that we have established 5 characters' motivations and what they are here for. As Riley's parents try to make Riley happy, Joy and Sadness are here competing for control over the console, and Riley is the baby who is the person that all 4 of these characters are taking care for. Perfection. How 5 out of the 8 I wanted to talk about are already introduced into this movie. My job is super easy until I realize how long of a grueling task editing is. I really need an editor. Anyways, on to our next character introduction. Now, you can say that the only characters that are really established are Joy and Sadness, since they already have their whole conflict thrown into play in a second, yet Riley and her parents are just thrown in to show their roles. So I will get back to those 3 characters, but let's keep going. Fear is the next emotion introduced, in one of the funniest parts of the scene in my personal opinion. Like, I completely forgot the scene, but laughed pretty hard when we watch Fear tell Riley to stop running because of the wire on the ground. But after she steps over it, she just breaks it anyways. Like, I don't know why. Fear is pretty easily introduced by showing the danger and revealing his role of protection over Riley as he responds to the danger, as we understand that Fear is the protective force trying to help Riley stay safe. Simple, yet effective. Next, we move on to Riley having to eat her vegetables, and we get the response to the vegetables in 2 steps. 1, disgust, who immediately notices something wrong and calls it out as a threat, which also, 2, makes anger step in after Riley's parents say she can't have dessert because she doesn't want her vegetables. Also, I just realized to appease the Kappa gods and YouTube from marking my video as for kids, I need to say something edgy, but also not too much so I don't get age restricted. As the hype of Inside Out 2 starts to go up, I believe that it's time I dip my toes again. Dip my toes again. Dip my toes again. Toes. Oh, I know. An overused joke of saying something about Dan Schneider when bringing up feet. I'm so smart and original. Anyways, now with that problem gone, let's get back onto our 13 and up problem, you're welcome YouTube, of Riley not wanting to have her vegetables, and the consequence being she doesn't get dessert. Since Anger immediately goes insane over that, we understand his role being standing up for what is wrong. This scene is also really wholesome because of how we get to see Riley growing up and watching her parents continuously give her support as we establish all 8 key characters from the movie in around 5 minutes. Wow, that felt like it went really fast. I didn't say too much about these introductions, so let's do those all right now. Riley's parents and the emotions inside of Riley's head are the protectors of Riley, and are there to not only keep her safe, but to be able to express herself in different ways. As joy triggers her happiness response to nice things. Sadness, spoiler alert, I'll give you 3 seconds, 3, 2, 1, is the key to Riley from not running away. Fear and disgust are her responses to danger and how to avoid them, and anger is there to protect her from being pushed around by others and being told what to do, which in the real world is something very necessary to have all these emotions as your backups, as we naturally care for Riley because we are given 5 different emotions, being 5 different reasons to care for her. I personally desperately hope Inside Out 2 is good, and that I hope you like this video. I have been very busy lately, and with 2 big projects coming up for the summer, I am winding down the school year feeling exhausted. But here is to summer, and for now, thank you everybody for watching. I'm Enchanted.